Julio got one seated by his label. Katt Williams exposing music labels. Profiting on M4 arters. Katt Williams' response to Julio's murder and the suggestion that record labels profit from the assassinations of rappers or may even be engaged in the crime is stunning. This is despite the fact that Katt Williams has recently had a streak of hits. Taking into consideration the rigorous verification of Katt's receipts, one might ponder whether this allegation is a little bit excessive or if Katt Williams is actually onto something. In order to determine whether record labels are taking mischief into consideration, we shall look deeper into this topic. If I sell 1 million copies, I'm going to have $10 million, right? Roughly $10 million. If I sell 2 million copies, I got $20 million. If I sell 3 million copies, I got $30 million. Now, who has the biggest record deal? Oh yeah, right. Okay, right. So Mariah kind of got screwed. Based on what we know of Julio's transition, it seems like Katt is dropping hints. Julio was known for his wild antics. He would often incorporate them into his music, including a diss track featuring 3 individuals who were killed and a music video where he danced on their graves. Isn't it ironic that Julio's birthday fell on one of those diss tracks where he joked about someone being shot on their birthday? It's no secret that rap music and violence go hand in hand, and that gangster rap and drill are among the most dangerous rap genres to be a part of. Due to the fact that unforeseen circumstances might occur to anyone, record labels ought to give serious consideration to acquiring life insurance for their musicians. Every company, regardless of the sector in which it operates, offers insurance coverage to its employees. Mariah Carey's celebrity status includes the vocal cords of her voice. However, considering the industry's numerous exploitative practices, one cannot help but wonder if everything is arranged to benefit the label while the artist is left out. What I'm referring to are royalty deals that are set up in a way that you never get anything for your efforts. It's a system that grabs all the money and gives you nothing in return. The label gets to decide how to use your music because you don't own the masters. And there's a hidden fee in the legal jargon. The cost of fame is significantly higher than you anticipate. The seedier side of the music industry is where up-and-coming musicians, particularly rap artists, find themselves. This is how they get connected to the industry. However, it is not just up-and-coming singers that have been involved in some dubious dealings. Established performers have also been involved in these transactions. Taylor Swift's narrative serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of signing a contract while you are young. At the tender age of 15, when you are full of talent, hope, and dreams, the chase for a deal is going to sound like something out of a dream, isn't it? Well, you better get ready for the unexpected turn of events that is about to take place. At the time when Taylor Swift landed a record deal with Big Machine Records, she must have believed that she had discovered the Holy Grail and that her life was going to be wonderful. That brings the artist's dream existence to a close. In the post that she made on Tumblr, Taylor acknowledges that she paid for her early music videos with the proceeds from blood, sweat, and tears, but she never actually owned the music that she was performing. Hold on, things are becoming even more difficult. Despite her pleas for the opportunity to restore her music rights, she was presented with an impossible contract. She could return them 1 album at a time by creating and recording new songs for the company. This was an impossible deal, just a daring approach to maintain her connection to the record label. Consideration should be given to the title of her most recent album. There are 3 separate sorts of record deals, and when Taylor went on a Twitter rant about her deal being modern-day slavery, which Kanye West also talked about, she was referring to the 3 kinds of arrangements that exist. The questionable practice that has been going on for decades was brought to light by a Vice expose on these deals. Therefore, let's take a closer look at these deals. There are 3 different types of record deals: the conventional royalty arrangement, the 50/50ths deal, and the 360 deal. In accordance with the standard royalties arrangement, creators are requested to pull up this funding. This funding is offered in advance, which makes it effectively a loan. I mean, seriously, obtain a considerable sum of money to fulfill all of their dreams. But there is a catch. This funding is delivered in advance. Therefore, in exchange for the funds, you will be expected to use them to produce your own albums, and the record label will continue to maintain ownership of those recordings. The label also receives a portion of the money that your song produces, which is referred to as royalty. This is where things start to get complicated. In most cases, this percentage is not considered to be generous. To give you an example, if the production of your album costs $200,000 and you obtain a $2 million advance, then you will be required to pay the record company $2.2 million before they receive any financial compensation from sales or streams. Although the 50/50ths contract is the best option, not everyone is able to obtain it due to the fact that you need to have a certain level of fame in order to obtain it. The sales of your album will need to exceed 11 million in order to adequately cover the loan. The idea might appear to be wonderful at first, but as we have discovered, there is almost always a catch. There is no such thing as a free lunch. When artists find out about the hidden costs, it may be a very disappointing experience. For the most part, a record company will provide you with financial support in order to produce the album. It is necessary to repay the initial debt immediately after the album begins to generate revenue. When this occurs, profit sharing can then start. In other instances, the divide is 50/50ths. Finally, there's the 360 deal. Here's the thing, the record label wants a cut of everything. I mean, everything: concerts, merch sales, even commercial appearances. Basically, they want their cake and eat it too. Let's be careful when discussing deals like this because some people would rather keep them hidden. The death clause is a part of the 360 deal, and it's just as terrifying as it sounds. Author Hank Harrison explained it by pointing to the death clause in Kurt Cobain's contract. If a musician dies, their investment will be protected by a non-performance policy. In other words, when you consider these deals, it makes you question rapper fatalities, especially those involving Julio. According to our current understanding, the situation deteriorated the day prior to the incident, but the police are still conducting their investigation. Right now, police are looking for the people who killed rapper Julio in a weekend shooting in Tampa. 3 others were injured in that shooting. We are told they are all in stable condition. On Your Side's Chloe Sparks is live where this happened along Fowler Avenue, not too far from USF. What's the latest this morning, Chloe? A suspect has still not been identified, but a Jacksonville crime analyst believes that the shooter at large could be from a rival group in Jacksonville, where Julio is from. Julio had been posting videos to his Instagram story, inviting his 1 million followers to a pool party to celebrate his birthday. If any of his followers wanted to attend, they could directly message him for the address. However, the party was abruptly shut down by the police, and he was ambushed in the hotel parking lot. Is this a sign that record labels are targeting rappers? It was no secret that Julio and his rap rival Young Jean had a long-running dispute. Killed in Tampa? Could there be anything that could be done? Let's just say you and Young and Ace sat down together and said, "Look, a lot has happened on both ends, but we don't have to be friends. We just have to get past this and kind of move on with our careers because we're both successful in our own way." It probably helps sooner or later. You never know what God has planned. I told him that a couple of times. We talk from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what could happen. So basically, in your mind, you're thinking if you would just let him come with you and let bygones be bygones, he would have possibly lived. Yes, I'm a Gemini. I tell you to the heart. When little stuff like that happens, I had to get past that stage of my life. I can't hold grudges anymore. That one situation showed me. The feud escalated to the point where it went beyond diss tracks and entailed shootings involving members of both groups. To make matters worse, Young Gene acknowledged hitting Julio in his most recent diss track. Well, after Young and Ace got shot and his brother got killed, you wore a t-shirt that said, "Rest in piss 23 inches" with a picture of him on the shirt. Why do that? It was just like if you ain't with my hood, F asterisk 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 you. It was just a lot of talking and undercover stuff being said. So I'm a bold person. I'm going to put a name on anything I say. People do tiptoe stuff, so when I do something, I'm going all the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I went all the way and I addressed it. Don't get it twisted. Julio isn't an innocent victim here. Don't forget that he was recently taken into custody after being pulled over by the cops to be questioned about the circumstances surrounding the death of his friend Mitch in January 2022. Gun violence is a very real problem in the rap industry. In the last 3 years, there has been a long list of rappers who were shot and killed, including stars like Pop Smoke and King Von. It's with this in mind that labels take out life insurance to protect their investments. But let's be real, who benefits if a rapper dies? That's right, it's the label that gets a big, fat payout. But it is more than just the payout. An artist is more valuable in death. And when we add the pressure that record labels put on rap artists to present a certain way to fans, fans reacted to this news saying, people forget that regular jobs are nowhere close to rappers. Drill, gangs, drugs, money, etc. Another one said, record label death clauses are very real. Getting signed to a record company these days is like getting signed to a pyramid scam. What are your views on this? Feel free to share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.